introduction to networking. Under that, we have seen the the agenda of networking yesterday, and then we have discussed about what exactly the internet is, and then we went into the history of internet, how it came. Along with that, we started working on the computer networking. We had discussed what exactly the computer networking is. Network is like a highway which connects house to house, city to state, like that. And computer network basically made up of two particular, you can say, devices, you can say nodes and host. Nodes basically will be your computer, router, printer. What all are the hardware components that we are using? That will be the nodes. On that node, if you connect a computer, that computer will be considered as a host. And we had discussed about all these things, switches, router. When do we need router? We have discussed about the OSI model. Along with that, we started from physical layer, and then data link layer, and then network layer. Under the network layer, we have seen a few things, and here it is just giving us a little bit more info about the components of network which we are going to use. So I'll start from the component of network. There are few things into the component of network that after discussing that we will be moving up into the what do we say the entire calculation of networking which we were doing it yesterday, right guys? So let's talk about networking component one by one. So the first networking component, we can say it is client and server. So what exactly the client, or how do we call a computer as a client? Are you able to see my screen, guys, when I'm annotating it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Perfect,
sir.
perfect. So see, server and client. Client is also a computer. Server is also a computer. But purpose wise, they used to be different. The client machine purpose is to, uh, you know, uh, connect with the network and access a request to the server to get something, request to the server to get the data. And server is made for the purpose to respond on that request. This is the client and server. As you can see, a client is a computer hardware device that allows user to access data in a network. Through a network, this will request for the data, right? And how it does work? A client will request from the server and server will respond. For example, if you need to order something on Amazon.com, so we are sending up the request to the Amazon.com server, and from there we are getting the response. In the server basically provide the responses to the request from a client over a network. And for example, you can have laptop computers and etc. These will be the client will just respond request from the server. Now server can be a web server, print server, any other server. It is also a computer, but the purpose of this computer is to respond on the request. Let's say if we make a request from our computer as a client to the Amazon.com. So from the Amazon.com, from the web server, we will get the response. So as you can see, the server will do the specific job to respond a request. And when a client will send a request, the server will respond with the appropriate content to the client. And there are multiple type of server we do have. We do have web server. Web server, it is all about the websites which we are accessing from the browser. That is the web server. Database server, where the database we are keeping. Database, wherever the database we are uh, deploying, or you can say storing. Database server means the database server is all about the DBMS, where exactly you are keeping up your DBMS, database management system software. That is the database server. File server, whenever you need to access the file, let's say this is the file server. If you are having a client machine here, so if you request from the file server, this server will respond with you with the file itself. It will respond with the file, as we used to call FTP, file transfer protocol. Next is mail server, like the same. It is a mail server, it will respond through a mail. In print server, it will be working as a print. Next one is your NIC card, guys. NIC basically, NIC stand for Network Interface Card. In the same thing in the cloud, what do we call NIC in the cloud, guys? Anybody? Any guess? Anyone who can say the name of NIC in the cloud? What do we use in the cloud? Anyone?
Sir,
I thought so.
Internet Gateway, IG.
No, not IZ.
VPC also.
No, 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 no. I have
NI.
told you already.
MAC.
Anyone else? Mac, not Mac.
Network. No.
RDP.
Hmm. Anyone? In EC2, I have told you guys. What do we call network interface card?
VPC.
Group.
Hmm? No,
VPC, sir.
no, no. VPC is the virtual network.
Virtual network.
इंटरनेट गेटवे से
No, no, not internet gateway. See, in the on-premises, we used to call network interface card. In cloud, we used to call E in I. Elastic,
Network.
elastic network interface. Elastic Network Interface is the name of NIC in the cloud. So straight away, if you need to create the NIC, it means that you are going to create the ENI under the cloud. So what exactly the network interface card is? Basically, it will be inside the computer to connect the network. Without this device, we cannot connect to any network. And this is the device which is responsible to connect a computer from any network. We used to call it network adapter also. Network adapter also. And this NIC further, you can connect with the hub or switches also, or router as well. And each NIC will be having its own MAC address basically. MAC address, when we say MAC address of computer, it means that what is the NIC inside the computer, that is the MAC address. MAC address of NIC. MAC address of NIC will be the MAC address of computer. If you do have multiple NIC card, let's say you do have two NIC card, two NIC you do have in your computer, it means that you do have two MAC address, right? So the MAC address is uniquely hardware identifier. It will be assigned by the manufacturer, and so it's used to identify the sender and receiver data. It works on the second layer, since MAC address is even though it has a physical component. So overall, in short, if I tell you, if I tell you, let's say this is the NIC. This NIC you will fix with the computer. Means inside the computer you will keep the NIC. You can keep one or more than one NIC. Each NIC will be having the MAC address. Simple. And this is only responsible to connect with the network or router or switches or hub. This is only responsible. And then we can see the network cables. Basically, one cable will connect two different computer physically, right? And some of the cable types has been given: fiber optics, coaxial, twisted pair. Fiber optics, this is the most common cable which we are using now, and it transmit light instead of electricity. Fiber optics transmit light instead of electricity. Coaxial cable, it is being replaced by fiber optics. Now mainly used to connect the TV modems or ISP, internet service providers, right? Like broadband, whatever we are using, they are using coaxial cable now. Fiber optics, even though it is getting replaced by the fiber optics as well. Twisted pair, this is the most common type of computer, telephone and network cable. Also we used to call Ethernet cable. So these all are the cablings that we are using. In switch, we have already seen switch. Basically, you know guys, switch will be available in companies to communicate with each other computer. Let's say there is a building. This is the ground floor. This is first floor. This is second floor. And on each floor there is few computers. Let's say 50, 20, and 40 like that. In each floor there are few computers. And the division is basically made by the floor. Division is made by the floor. It means that how the division is getting made here. When we say division, so uh, we are not bringing up the internet here. Let's say internet is not available for now. Without internet we are talking. Let's say there is a company. In the company there are few computers, few employees. For example, a company is having few categories like marketing people, technical people, sales people, HR and manager. So HR and manager, marketing people, technical people, sales people, these all are the group of the people, right? In sales, there will be so many people. Let's say 50 people is into the sale, 50 persons are there in technical, 50 in the marketing, in HR and manager, there are 10. So these 10 needs same kind of permission. These 50 will need same kind of permission. These 50 will be looking for same kind of permission. And likewise, but HR permission, marketing people, technical, sales, everybody's permission will be quite different. They cannot talk to sales people, cannot talk to technical, technical cannot talk to marketing, marketing cannot talk to HR, but marketing people can talk to each other. They can share the data, they can perform the task, right? So as per the requirement, I'm just making this floor, right? So this is the 4 floor. Let's say on the ground floor there are what do we say, sales people are the ground floor, first floor technical people, third floor marketing people, as per the number 50 here, 50 here, 50 here. And in the HR and manager there are 10 people. So what will you do is you will purchase a switch from market. You will purchase a switch. This is the switch you will purchase from market, and you will keep the switch in the middle. Later on you can see, for managing this switch, this will be having a separate port, a single port. You will be having a separate port to manage this switch. And later on you can see, in this particular switch there are 24 port. So somewhat around you need two switch here, very close to two switch here, two switch here, two switch here, and one switch here. And all the computer you will connect with the cable, one cable, one cable, one cable, one cable, one cable, one cable. So likewise you will connect all the computer like this, right? So let's say in this switch you have connected how many, 24 computer. Like the same one more switch you purchase, in that switch one port you can connect with this switch, and remaining things you can again you can use other port here, and you can connect to other computer also. So overall what will happen, these 50 people will start means communicating with each other, and they can start sharing up the data also. Like the same on the first floor, second floor, and top floor it will be. So basically switch is a device which will connect all the nodes of a computer network together, right? And it will be you know, it will identify the MAC address also. If you connect, you know, if you connect any computer here, if you connect any computer, so it will also if you connect any computer, it will also read the MAC address of a computer. Let's say computer A you have connected. This is computer A, and the MAC address of this computer A is, let's say, MA02, something like that. This is the MAC address of this computer. This computer you have connected with the switch, right? Switch. Now it means that one port has been assigned to you. Let's say this is Mr. A. It means that Mr. A port is this one. Mr. A will use this port. Mr. A is having a laptop. Mr. A is having a computer. Let's say what Mr. A said, I will use laptop at the place of this computer. So Mr. A will start using the laptop. But let's say if Mr. A brought a laptop and he has connected with this switch, and now this switch will map this MAC address. It will map this MAC address, right? Or you can say map, or it will bind the MAC address. It will bind the MAC address with this port. It means that on this particular port, only this MAC address can be used. If you bring any other laptop tomorrow and you want to use it, you cannot use. That's why in the companies, if you see the people who are bringing up their laptop, they do have a label, and along with that, they are not bringing up any other laptop. If you remove the label and if you'll apply another laptop and if you bring into the company, and once you will connect the cable, even though you will not able to access the company resources, because the MAC address of system will get changed whenever we are attaching the first time. So this switch will read the MAC address, this the port MAC address, and after that it can bind. That comes under the port security. Port security, these all are happening in the companies, guys. After switches, we are coming into the router. So router means it will connect multiple network segment with each other. For example, let's say if this is a network, there are so many computers which are connected with the switch. These all are computers connected with the switch. Now this switch further connected with the router, in this router further connected with another switch, and this switch has connected with multiple computer. So what this router is doing communication. It is the interface in between of network 1 and network 2. So if you do have multiple network segment, you will be using router there. And router, basically whenever two different network you will be using, that time only you will be using. And on the router, you will be having ACL also, access control list. Means which traffic should go from the router towards this end, you will be able to filter that as well. You will be able to filter that as well. So when I say router is also a partial firewall, because it is using ACL to filter the rule, filter the traffic. So it is a partial firewall. But firewall is not the partial router. Firewall is not partial router, whereas router is partial firewall. And modem. So guys, if you remember, we were using modem to connect the internet. And in modem, there were two ports. In one, we were connecting with our to outside with the internet, and other one to our router, right? In the modem, basically we were looking if we need internet, then that time we were using the modem. I hope this document is clear to everybody. The document number 1 is clear, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next one is next document is network concept. I'll just try to show you the network concept here. Basically, you are going to discuss about the LAN, WAN and all. So you all know LAN, guys? LAN,
Yes, sir. Yes. Local area.
local area network. So local area network means locally if you are connecting, computer networks, locally if you are connecting the computer networks to share the data, that will be known as the local area network, right? Means either you are, it is very limited to geographic area, like you can connect on a floor, you can do it in building or campus, right? There only you will be using the LAN. But when we say WAN, WAN is a wide area network device. It's a large geographical area such as multiple cities and countries we do have, and WAN is used to connect multiple LANs. So here you can see these all are the LANs, these all are the LANs you can say, and from here to here you can say these all are WAN, wide area network. This can be one building, this can be another building in the another city or state. LAN versus MAN, as you can see, this is so simple to understand. These all are the LAN, these all are the LAN. LAN means this one, this cable, this cable, this cable, this cable, this cable, this cable, this cable. But if you consider uh, this image as it is, if you keep the copy of this image like the same, one router and here one switch, here another switch, and three computer here, three computer here, and after that router to router you will do the connection, then you will be calling it WAN. And this is the same picture. If you can see, there are multiple routers, right? In the WAN you will be using multiple router, right? You in LAN you can use single router. So you can connect, Washington to Newark as it has been given. From Delhi to Hyderabad you can connect. And then network topology we can see. Network topology is the network diagram, guys. Network diagram, or you can say it is a kind of pattern that will show the connections, means nodes to computer nodes. So we do have two types of topology: physical topology and logical topology. Physical topology and logical topology. So these topologies can be bus, star, mesh, hybrid. And here you can see, if you are talking about the physical topology, it means that how you are connecting your network nodes to within the network, how you are connecting your nodes. So the first one is bus topology. It will position all the devices along a single cable. So you will pass a single cable here, and you will connect your computers like this. And there is another one, star topology, where all the client machine will connect centrally to a single device, that is a switch, and that you can call it star topology. And then hybrid topology. Hybrid topology is the combination of star and bus both. See, basically based on the different use cases, these topologies we are using based on the different use cases. As per the need of as per the need of organizations, we are using this different topology. Next one is hybrid topology. Hybrid logical and logical topologies, and what do you call this, hardware network topology, physical topology, and logical topology. So if I show you the main difference between both of it, physical topologies we are using into on premises, logical topologies we are using into the cloud. Logical topologies we are using into the cloud. So whenever you will be learning about the logical topologies, it means you are learning about the cloud now. So logical topology refers how data moves through a network, as it is into AWS virtual private cloud, means AWS network, right? AWS network. So these things we are going to learn into the AWS network one by one today itself. And from here I'll restart from here again, because the basic part which we have discussed before on the IP addressing, once we'll complete, then we'll start from here again, from the page number 13, document number 2. Is it clear, guys? Shall we start
Yes, sir.
the IP addressing which we have discussed yesterday? So today's session is about to be more important as per the networking understanding, guys. So let's talk about the you know uh, how IEEE said, how IEEE said, if we need to deploy, if we need to deploy few uh, hosts within a network, within a network, so they said we'll give you solution. You can divide the IP addresses, or you can say you can divide into two-part network in host. You can say the IP address part only, it is network in host. It means that you can find out basically which are into how to find out the network and host and how many number of hosts you can keep. So guys, we have discussed before, there are three class of IP which we are using. Three class of IP: A class, B class, and C class. A class from 1 to 126, B class 128 to 191, C class 191 to 223. 127 we are not using here because 127, it is the loopback address. It is the loopback address that we will be discussing later on. You can use it for logical, logical purpose. I'll tell you how what is the meaning of it. So these all are the class, and if you see the division of class, so if you are using first class, means A class, so in A class one network and three host used to be, and in B class two network, two host, and in C class three network and one host, right? This is the representation that we have seen yesterday. So now let's try to understand, if we are using all this class of IP addresses, then how many, how many number of host is possible within IPv4. So let's suppose, guys, I'll start from class C. I'll start from class C. Why? Because class C we are using for which organization? Small organization. If you check class C IP address, let's say 192.168.1.0, I'm taking the network itself. This is the network. This is the network. If you are seeing the last few values 0, and if you can identify it belongs from which class, so you will say C class. This IP belongs from C class because it is 192. In C class 3 network we used to keep, and one host we are
One host.
keeping, right? 3 network in one host. So if we keep the network value, if we keep the network value, it means that that is the network address. Network address means network. Network address means network. If you need to find out the network of it, you can make the host value 0. That will be the network address or network of this particular IP address. Now this is the network. Now you need to find out how many number of hosts is possible. So there is a formula to calculate it. So I'll tell you the formula. If something comes as a network, 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 and host. So network we used to represent by 1, host we used to represent by 0. Are you getting my point, guys? Network we used to represent by 1 and host we used to represent by 0. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So you all know basically the IP address used to be of 8888, means total 32 bit. If I'll tell you just write 8 bit of network, it means that 8 time 1 you will be writing here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, means this is for the network you have written. For second n again 8 time 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. For third one also 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And uh, the last one is H. H, it is also 8. So 8 zeros we will be keeping. 8, 3 4 5 6 7 8. Till here it is clear, guys. Till here it is clear. Is it clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So total number of bit, if you count, it will be 32. And that is the size of IP address. So further, this value, this value if you convert into decimal, this is into binary. If this value you will convert into decimal, it will be coming 255.255.255.0. And this value we used to call it only subnet mask. Subnet mask. And this is a fixed class, so we will be calling it as a default subnet mask. Default subnet mask. You will come to know why we are calling default. You will come to know. Because we will also customize after changing the value after doing borrowed. So that will be the custom subnet mask. So this is the subnet mask. Now subnet mask will decide, subnet mask is used to decide, it is used to decide how many host is possible, host is possible within a network, within a network, right? How many host is possible within a network? Who will decide? This subnet mask only, this subnet mask only. And some of you are calling it as a CIDR. So classless interdomain routing, if classless interdomain routing or range also sometime we used to call. So if you are using this, it means that in binary how many number of ones you do have. So you can say in binary how many number of ones I do have. So these all are 8, these all are 8, and these all are 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8 will be coming 24. So rather than writing this value into 255.255.255.0, you can just write this number of ones as a slash 24. This is nothing but this is the CIDR notation of this network. This is the CIDR notation of this network. The network has been given to us. Network has been given to us. And the network is, let's say, if I'll just try to, uh, shall I remove this because it got a complete, mess up. I'll start from starting again. So in the C class, we are talking about C class. In C class, there used to be 3 network in one host. We have taken the IP network range is 168.1.0. This is my IP network. This is network. IP means in the last IP means you will come to know IP. This is the network. If you need to identify the network, make the host value 0. If you see any IP, make the network you just write as it is, make the host value 0, it will bring you the network. And whenever we are finding out the subnet mask, you need to represent network bit by 1, host bit by 0. So as we have discussed before, this is also of 8 bit, 8 bit, 8 bit, and 8 bit, so total 32 bit. That's why we have written all 81 here for this 192 and all 81 here for this 168, all 81 for this one, and this is your ones, and after that this for host we will be keeping 0, and this is nothing but your default subnet mask. And uh, either you can write like in the decimal form 255.255.255.0, or else you can write into the CIDR notation 192.168.1.0/24. This is the network. Now if you need to find out the network, if you need to find out the network, if you need to find out the host, then there is a formula. If we need to find out the number of network, so if you can see, the formula of number of network is 2 to the power n, where n is the number of ones in interesting octet. Interesting octet. So number of n, if you need to find out number of ones in interesting octet. When I say interesting, it interesting octet means either it can be this octet or this octet or this octet or this octet. But interesting means a octet. If you can say one octet is interesting when it consists both 0 and 1, both will be there in the single octet, we will be calling it as a interesting one. So there is no octet where we can find out a single one. Here all one is there, here all one is there, no 0, no 0, here all one is there, no 0, here all 0, no 1. It means that 2 to the power 1 is equal to 2 to the power 0, sorry, 2 to the power 0. 2 to the power 0 is equal to how much, guys?
1.
1. And what is that network? That is what the network is. This is the network only. This one, if it is 1, it means that this is the one network. And if you need to find out number of host, then you will be calling 2 to the power m, 2 to the power m, where m is number of zeros. So number of zeros straight away, if you can find out 2 to the power 8, it will be coming 256 minus 2, 254 will come minus 2. Either the formula you can write 2 to the power m minus 2. Minus 2 we are doing 1 for network address, because this is the network address. One we will take it as a network address. One will be the broadcast address. Broadcast address, right? This will initialize the network. This will allow other network to come and join this network. So you can say a minus 2 we are doing. So number of host, it is coming 254. 254. Now what is that 254? If I tell you, if I tell you, you write the same IP address here, 192.168.1.0. This is the network address. In the first IP address from this will come 192.168.1.1, second will be 1.2, third will be 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. This will be also here 192.168, 192.168, 192.168. This will be also here 1.9, 1.10, 1.11, like the same it will reach to 192.168.1.254, in 192.168.1.255, and this is your broadcast address, and this is your network address, and from 1 to 254, these all are the valid address, valid IP address. It means that within this network, you can keep 254 computer. In those 254 systems or computer can easily communicate with each other. Understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
Anyone is having any doubt?
Once repeat once.
All right, I'll repeat it from starting. But not of A class, sorry, not of C class. Now I'll start
Okay.
with the B class so that you can also understand. Let's say the IP address which I am using 172.168.1.2. So of course you can easily find out it is not the network, it is the IP address. So if it is the IP address, so how to find the network? First of all, we need to identify whether this IP belongs to which class. So we came to know 172 comes under the B class. If it is B class, it means that there will be two network and two host. And if we need to find out the network, if you need to find out the network, then you need to make the host value 0, you will get the network. So your network will be 172.168.0.0. This is nothing but it is your network. Now here again, if you calculate in the same way, this is all 8 bit, this is 8 bit, this is 8 bit, this is 8 bit. So here you will write 81, here again 81, here again 80, here again 80. So total again, if you find out number of network, so 2 to the power 0, because no interesting one is available. So number of network is 1. In the network is the same. 172.168.0.0 is my network only, right? And when we find out number of host is equal to 2 to the power m minus 2. So 2 to the power m is the value of this 0. So how many zeros we do have? 8 plus 8, 16 0 we do have. Minus 2. So 2 to the power 16, how much it will come? I guess 65,000. 65,000. 65,000. 162, something like that it does come, guys.
65,536.
536, 65,000. I remember that only 65,000 it will be coming in that particular range. 65,536. It means that within this network, how many computer you can keep? 65,536 computers you can keep, or host you can keep in the B class. In the subnet mask will be of this one is 255.255.0.0, or if you write in the CIDR notation, so this is a 8 ones here, 8 ones here, number of ones we are writing here. So simply you can write the network like this also, 0.0/16. The 16 is the number of ones, 16, right? In this 16 defines the value of this 255. So either you can write down 255.255.0.0 as a subnet mask, or you can just straight away write the /CIDR notation. See, that's so simple. Simple. Simple meaning is this is the IP. Now this IP you can write into two form. The first form I'm telling here. The if you need to write the same IP, you will be writing like this: 172.168.1.2, and then the subnet mask of this IP is this one. Both you have to write. Or the second CIDR method is just you take 172.168.1.2 slash this value call 8 ones here, 8 ones here, it is nothing but 16. Either write like this or write like this, both are same. So this is the B class of it, B class of IP. So in if you are taking B, so it is coming 65,536. So in I'll just write all together also, so that you can easily understand when I said A we are using for this. So now here we can use class A. And in class B and C we got, in C it was 254, in B we got 65,536. Now we are coming into the class A. So let's take a IP of class A. Let's say 10.0.0.1. So again this is a IP. You can check it out by keeping up the network value, network, host, host and host. So this will be as it is because it is network. So 10 dot host value, make it 0. This is your network. Once it is a network, we all know the representation of network of 8 bit network bit we used to write by 1, host bit we used to write by 0. So first one is only the network, so we'll write 8 1 here, and remaining 0, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So total we have written so many zero because this network part is also 8 bit, this host part is also 8 bit, this one 8 bit, this one 8 bit. So we will write like this. This IP will remain same. We are just discussing about the network and host, guys. IP or network will be the same only. Next, again you will find out number of network. So network, we can see it is only one here, which is this one, or you can say 2 to the power n, where n is the number of one in interesting octet. So it is 2 to the power 0, which is 1, and that is only the network. A number of host is equal to 2 to the power m minus 2. 2 to the power m. M is the number of zeros. How many zeros we do have? 24. How many zeros we do have? 24. How much it will be coming? Any guess?
32, 32.
2 to the power 24 minus 2. Anyone? You can do Google and tell me. Guys, 2 power 24. So it is coming minus 2 also if we write. So 1 6 7 7
7 7
7 2
7 2
1
1 4.
4. This addresses is coming for class A, class B, class C. I hope you all can see the number of addresses of class A, class B, class C. Where we are
The
getting so many number of hosts. In class A we are getting, right? More number of
yes,
hosts.
That in class B it will be 65534.
3 4. So if I write again here in C, we are getting, let's say like that we'll write here all together we came to know, right? So class A, B, C. In C, host within a network will be maximum 254, here 65,534, here 17 16, sorry, 1616777, and then 214. It was like this, and by the number itself you can see now, this is for a small organization, this is for medium organization, this is for big organization. Clear, guys? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear?
So
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the CIDR, if you see in the class A, we are having one network in 3 hosts. I have written 10.0.0.0 and I have written 8.1 here, and remaining all 24 were 0, all 0, 0, 0. So if you write into CIDR form, you will write 10.0.0.0 slash this number of ones, so you will be keeping 8. This is the CIDR notation of it. In subnet mask, if you need to write, so you will write 10.0.0.0 with the subnet mask. This is it clear, guys?
sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell
yeah,
me.
yes, sir. I joined a little late, and uh, you are classifying this networks. I mean, how, sir?
I have classified already, now I cannot repeat.
No, no. I mean, like how class A, class B, and class C, sir.
I am not classifying, it has been classified already by IEEE. They have given the range 1 to this class A. Basically we are using from 1 to 126, class B 128 to 191, class C 192 to 223. In these value are first octet only. If you write any IP address, let's say 191.20.30.40, so this value, the first octet value decides whether it belongs to which class. So 191, basically it moves into the class B, so it is a class B IP address.
Understood, sir.
And IP address, it will start from minimum 0 and it will go to 255. No value of IP, any octet will pass from this number because it is of 8 bit only. It is of 8 bit. If you calculate 8 bit, it will be coming 256, and 256 means you are considering 0 also, 0 and then 1 and then 2 and then till 255, so total it will come 256 only. So IP address value, IP address value cannot go beyond 255. Is it clear, guys, to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Guys, is it clear? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we came to know in class C, we are getting by default 254 hosts. And in class B, we are getting 65,534 hosts. In class A, we are getting 16777,214. Do you think, guys, do you think any company is having these many computers? Does any company have these many computers? If any company will have, but even not at a same location, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the value of it? 1677, sorry, 1
1 crore.
67 77 214, 1 crore 67 lakh 77,214. No company are having, or no one is having, these many number of computer are host here. That you have to remember. That's why the cloud provider AWS says, what AWS says, we can only accept the CIDR value from maximum 16 to minimum 32. Maximum 16 to minimum 32. Got it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to understand this maximum, minimum? Maximum 16, minimum 32.
No, sir.
Is it a bit, sir?
Yes, yes, it is a bit.
Yes,
It is
bit.
the CIDR value. See what I said. If I write the CIDR value, you will be having much more clarity. Let's say I'll take three IP address. The first IP address is network is 10 dot sorry 10.0.0/8. Second, I'm taking 172.168.0.0/16, and third, I'm taking 192.168.1.0/24. So when I'm taking this one, how much I'm getting? 1 lakh, 1 crore 77,000 and 72,000
114. 14.
16777,214. This many addresses I'm getting. When I'm taking this, I'm getting 65,534. When I'm getting this, 254. If I write, let's say AWS is telling, we do not entertain this, because no company is having these many computer, so we will remove this part, right? We will remove this part. Now, who is max and min in terms of number of hosts? This one or this one? This one is more here, this one is less here, right? So like the same, if you increase 16 and then 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and this will reach to till 24. This 24 will reach till 32 is the max. 32 is the maximum value here. Maximum value. 32 is the maximum value. But this value will provide the minimum host, and that host is equal to 1. If I'll tell you, give me one IP address from a network, it means that the IP address which you will be using along with the 32 slash value, because again number of host is equal to 2 to the power m. M is the number of 0. You are writing 32, means all the ones will be 1 only. 2 to the power m is the value of 0. M is the value of 0, and 0 is not there because all 32 are ones. So 2 to the power 0 is equal to 1. You will get only one host, that is the minimum one. Minimum 1. So overall, the maximum value you will be calling, means if you need maximum number of hosts, then you will use 16. If you need minimum number of hosts, you will use 32. Or if you need moderate, like somewhat like 250, 60 like that, then you will be going ahead with the 24. Are you able to understand, guys? See, if you ask me doubt now,
Yes.
if you ask your doubt now while explaining, you will be getting much more clarity. Let's see the doubt now. Let's see the doubt. Wherever you are having doubt, you ask me, I'll explain. Everything will get clear one by one. Yes, please. Anybody? Anyone, guys?
No, sir.
Everything is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, when you create the network in the cloud, network in cloud, then you will be using IP address like the same as I have told you. Let's say if you are writing any IP address, then you will write 10.0.0.0 slash 8, but it is not supportable in the cloud. Cloud support only 16 to 32, sorry, 16 to 28, 16 to 28, not even 32 also. 16 to 30, sorry, 16 to 28 CIDR value it will support. This value it will support 16 to 28. So generally we are using the B class only or C class here, right? Not A class. A class will not come into this range. Why? Because it will be slash 8. Slash 8 is, far away from this value, because if you will see network host, this 8 represent this network only, guys. This network represent this 8 represent this network bits only 8, because this host will be all 0. 24 time it will be 0, and these 24 zeros will come on the power of 2, and that is nothing but the host. But AWS does not support. They do support only slash 16. If you go with the slash 16, it means that at least 2 network will come. So you will play only with the 16 0. So 2 to the power 16 minus 2 will be coming, right? And that is nothing but 65,534, and that is the host. So now let's suppose you want to create a network. Let's suppose you want to create a network. Now the question is, create a network, to host to host 250 computers, like that. Simply it will come create a network in the cloud. So you will be giving, you need to focus on the slash value more. So if you create a network in the AWS, if you create the network in AWS, we used to call it as a VPC, virtual private cloud. What do we call? Virtual private cloud. In this virtual private cloud is the virtual network. And let's say if you need to create the network in the cloud, so you will be giving up the name of the VPC, and then you will be giving the range. In the range is nothing but the same value into the CIDR form. Let's say if you are using B class, so you can keep 172.168.1 dot, sorry, 168 dot, let's say 1.0 you can write, or you can write even 0.0. So let's write here 0.0 slash, how much should I write here, guys? How much I should write? Because it's a B class for now, I'm going to take
16.
16. Very good. So here will I write 16, and this will go to this particular VPC. And once you will calculate how many number of hosts you can keep, so this will give this one. Clear? Is it clear, guys? You are not speaking. You all are not speaking. I don't know why. If you guys
Yes,
are
sir.
not able to
Yes.
understand, tell me, I'll repeat it again. So here we
Sir,
go.
I have a doubt, sir. Like
Yes,
you
please.
told there is different class, right, sir? Like how can we define that? You also told that we can for small, medium, large. You told me, sir, like that one, class A, class B, class C. For this case, you told me that 256, 250 address. Um, which class we can use it, sir? We can use B class, A class also, right, sir? Which has
No,
more number.
no. You cannot use A, you cannot use B, you have to use C, because A is giving you, in crore
Okay.
addresses. You need 250 only.
Yes, sir.
And this B is giving in 65,000 range, and C is giving 254. So why to go to this? Go ahead with the C and take 250. Because in
Okay.
C we do have three network here, one, two, three, in one host only.
Yes, sir.
If I write 192.168.1.0, so this you will be writing 81, 81, 81, 80. Number of network, if you find out, so 2 to the power number of ones in interesting octet is 0, it will come 1. This is only the network. If you find out host, number of zeros, power 2 means 2 power number of zeros, it is 8. It will be coming minus 2, we are keeping 256 minus 2 is equal to 254.
254.
So you can start using from from the same network. Your IP will be coming 192.168.1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and at the last you will reach 1.255, right?
Yes.
255. So total how much valid we are getting? 254.
4.
254 valid. These all are valid. In one, 255 will go to the broadcast, so 254 will come to the valid. Total 254, which we are checking out, 254 here, it is only the valid address. So means you can keep only 254 machines here. But AWS also reserve 3 addresses. From 254, AWS will take 3. Now you will be having only 251. And you can use 250 addresses, you can leave one address. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, like we can directly use like if we consider for like a VPC is the network. It's like we need to put a CIDR range for that. We will choose class A as that, and we will take 192.168.1.0 as a CIDR range. And come apart like coming to subnetting, we can use one last host. We can add one, right, sir?
Come again, come again.
Sir, sorry, I was.
Hello.
Yes.
So, in a CIDR, in a IP address, one is the result for gateway, right, sir?
In CIDR, one is reserved for gateway.
And another two, sir?
You are talking in AWS?
Yeah, yes, sir.
See, basically in traditional one, we are doing -2. One goes to network address and one goes to broadcast address. This is in traditional. In AWS, it reserve three address.
Okay.
One it will reserve for let's say if you have created this network and you are keeping your systems here. Now there are 6 computer, let's say, you have created, and you all are using all, but there are some problem here in the computer. Now you want that AWS will take the chance and resolve your problem. So they should have at least some IP so that they can enter and they can resolve. Even though it is their premises only, but they will go through your permission, means whatever the additional IP address you are reserving, they will use it to enter into that network and they will resolve the problem.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
And which you are telling like gateway. So gateway, what they are using, it does not matter. What you are using, with that matters, because this we are going to set up of our own, right? Our own means our entire network will be set up by our own. So whatever out of that range, we can take any IP address, one IP address. I'll show you where we are using all the three, right? It is there in the documentation. If you check this documentation, in that it will come. Okay.
Okay, means whichever we want, we can choose for gateway, sir. Whichever the
Yes,
number.
yes, yes, yes. That is what I'm telling. Any number we can choose for gateway.
Okay, okay, sir.
All right. So now we will start the VPC. Parallelly, we will be seeing the subnet. So guys, if you see the entire calculation which we have done, this calculation was default calculation. Default. Default in the sense, if it is network, it will be the network. If it is host, it will be the host. So if we are writing class A, so this will be as it is. Class B, this will be as it is. Class C, it will be as it is, right? But we are going to change it. Now, by using this 8-bit of network, it was coming /8. By using this 2 8 bit, it was coming /16. By using this 3, it was coming /24. So these addresses, these ranges, these addresses and these ranges, you can use for your VPC. You can use for your VPC. When I say write a IP address range, write IP address range, write IP address range for one VPC. So you can just simply write 192.168.1.0/24 you can add, or /16 easily you can add, right? /24 or /16 by default you can add. In the VPC, in the VPC you will be adding either R24 or 16. /8 permission is not there, and the maximum is 16 and minimum is 28. This range we can use. Maximum 16, minimum 28. Because see, if you keep maximum 16, it is coming 65,534 or 36, 34. If you keep 28, 28 means the number of ones will be 28. And after keeping, all the ones. So 8, 8, 8, 24 plus more 4, 1 means you will be having only 4, 0. So 2 to the power 4 means minus 2 also you will do. So 16 minus 2 will be coming 14. 14 is like this. VPC you can call it, is nothing but virtual network. It is nothing but a virtual network. It means a big network, you can say. It is a big network. Here you can keep multiple PC you can keep here, and later on these PC can communicate with each other. These PCs can communicate with each other. Now if you need to define what is virtual private cloud, what is VPC, so here I'll write what exactly the VPC is. So here I'll write VPC is a virtual network. VPC is a virtual network It is a virtual network in which we launches our resources, in which we launches our resources like EC2, like EC2. EC2 can be in the bracket, and we can say like EC2, and which we define, that is the best thing, guys. That is the best thing in VPC. VPC is a virtual private network in which we launches our AWS resources like EC2 and somewhat else will be coming in future, which we define. Who is defining the network? We are defining the network, whether we need big, small, or private, or public, or what exactly we need. As we have discussed before, like there are in the deployment we have discussed before, if we need to, if you need to create the network, then you can create first private network, you can create public network, you can create hybrid network. These entire comes under the deployment model of AWS, or deployment model of cloud. So once you will understand the networking, you can create a private, public, and hybrid. That is the first thing. And second thing which is really important here, that is how to create the VPC. VPC is a virtual private cloud. We are creating VPC to launch our resources in the same network. So if you will create the VPC, what you have to give? You have to give a name of your VPC. Name of your VPC. Now you have to select in which region you want to create the VPC. In which region you want to create the VPC. VPC region. You have to select VPC region, in which region you want to create. Along with that, you have to define the CIDR range of your VPC. And this CIDR range gives you how many host basically you need from this virtual private cloud VPC, right? Till here it is clear, guys. Till here it is clear. Till here it
Yes,
is
sir.
clear. I'll show you the lab also. Once we will enter in the lab, the lab will also not get finished so early, because you know that labs we will try to get everything in our hand. If we if we can do, we can do, and we can see. Without seeing, we cannot believe whether what exactly it is and how it does work. So everything, whatever you need, you will tell me. I'll just deploy. I'll show you. No need to worry. So when we talk about VPC, it is of two type. One is default VPC, and the other one is custom VPC. The default, by the name, it is default VPC. It means that created by AWS. Custom VPC created by us or created by customer. Created by customer. Means if customer needs to customize the VPC, then customer needs to use the custom VPC rather than using default VPC. Then what is the use of default VPC? The use of default VPC is simply if you need to launch the AWS resources, no need to create the custom VPC, no need to create any VPC. Simply you can log into AWS, you can create the EC2 instance by following this default VPC. So default VPC will be created in all the region for you. All the AWS region or VPC will be created for you. That is the default VPC. The custom VPC means which we are going to create by keeping our own IP address, by selecting our own region, by writing our own name of VPC. We will create a custom VPC for us, for our own purpose. The default VPC is created by AWS for new user. If new user will come, if they are not much aware about into the networking, so straight away they can come into EC2 and they can launch the resource by selecting the default VPC. So here we will be learning about both of the VPC one by one. Is it clear? It means if you learn the custom VPC, the default VPC will also get covered. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So the next thing, as you all know, in AWS, when we are learning AWS network now. So we all know, when I say if I want to upload some data, if I upload the data within a region, if I upload a data in one availability zone, the data used to replicated in 3 availability zone within the same region. Within the same region, the data will get replicated into 3 different AZ availability zone. Availability zone is the division of region. Availability zone is the division of region. It means that if you divide this region, this is one region. If you divide this region in multiple AZ, so you can say this is AZ1, this is AZ2. Like the same, if you divide the network, let's say this is region. So if you will create VPC, you will be creating any within any region. That is first thing. Let's say you have, this is your region. Let's say this is Mumbai region. M is missing here, Mumbai region. Now, or Hyderabad we can say, because it is new Hyderabad region. In Hyderabad region, there is multiple availability zone. Let's say AZ1, AZ2. So in within the region you have created the VPC. Now if you need to divide this VPC also, you will be creating a sub network. VPC is a network. VPC is a network. And if you will create subnetwork, means if you divide this network into multiple part like this, if it is a VPC, if you divide it, you will be calling it as a subnet. You will be calling it as a subnet. I'll tell you why we are creating the subnet, what exactly the subnet is. So this subnet will get map with the single availability zone. This subnet will be into this availability zone. This subnet will go into this availability zone. It means that within this region, if you are creating two subnet, one you can create in availability zone 1, in the other subnet you can create into availability zone 2. A single subnet cannot be the part of multiple availability zone. It means that a single subnet can span only to a single availability zone. I hope it is clear to everybody, this part. As we are dividing region into availability zone, like the same we are dividing network into small subnet. Now there are 3 things that we should know about the subnet. First of all, you need to understand why we are dividing the network. Why we are dividing the network. Why we are dividing the network. Means what is the need of subnet? Both are same. What is the need of subnet?
Sir, your voice is breaking.